Well, as you can see, students are key in helping build those bridges between the community and police.
Here now to tell us more about today's summit is Daphne Bradford, the founder of Building Blue Bridges. Welcome, Daphne. Thanks for being with us today.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and thank you for the support you gave us today.
Well, first off, we want to know why you started this organization and how you did it.
When we started the organization 4 years ago at Dorsey High School, it was because students wanted to have a better relationship with law enforcement to get over their fear. We were just having a conversation, and I said, would you guys like to invite law enforcement to come? And I was a computer science educator at the time, and we also have a law magnet there, and they said yes. And so when we invited officers to come, it was LAPD, school police, CHP, and they cooked breakfast for my computer science kids and a group of law students and the teachers. And when they walked in the room and saw that, they said, Miss Bradford, this is what we want right here.
Wow.
This type of interaction.
And it started with breakfast.
Yeah.
Just a simple breakfast.
Wow.
You know, you have to give kids what they ask for. They'll tell you what they want, and just figure out a creative way on how to do it. They'll help you organize it. But the breakfast was kind of like my idea to kind of surprise them. And man, it just went over great. And you had all kind of chiefs of police there from the various agencies. And it's led to where we are today. We've been able to survive even through the protest and everything. We've had kids come in and say, Ms. Bradford, we still want to be a part of it because we feel that we can make things better.
Well, definitely. Let's talk about that. You were just talking about the protests. You know, how did the murder of George Floyd impact your personal mission? And for many, obviously, it was a turning point in the push for racial justice.
It pushed me to really embrace reform and training, because I was able to separate LAPD from what happened in another state where George Floyd was. And we looked at it from the perspective in looking back to Rodney King, to George Floyd and all that. And I took a lot of my emotion out of that because it was traumatizing, it was heartbreaking, and it just made me want to make the change for real. And how do we do it? I saw all those young people out there in the streets protesting in the midst of a pandemic, demanding change. So I asked them, what change do you want to see? And the number one is training, changes in training. So I have to really give it up to Chief Moore, because he's allowed me to organize with LAPD officers, from the rank and file officers, patrol officers, senior lead officers, to Chief Gramala, the assistant chief, and himself, and the deputy chiefs. That's a lot of hard work. But if I wanted to make the change and make it everlasting, I had to learn about the organization myself. And it's an eye-opener. And so that's where we are today. I just refuse to allow the George Floyd murder to just go by and me not do nothing and have an impact when I had young people looking at me for guidance. And so that's what we're doing with de-escalation education.
Wow, Daphne Bradford, you have planted the seed. You are getting results. You're doing a fabulous job. Thank you so much for letting us know about the program today. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Daphne.
You're very welcome. And it's a competition, so the computer science kids are working on their de-escalation competition. So hopefully today, Chief Gramala said she would take their ideas to Chief Moore, and hopefully they will adopt one of their de-escalation projects as part of the training for LAPD. That will be real change for them.
Talk about making an impact.
Yes.
Thanks, Daphne. Listen to the kids. They'll tell you what they want, right? All right. Thanks so much.